Welcome to East Coast Elk Reviews. Today we're reviewing Dewar's 15-year blended Scotch whiskey. So we did get this in this cool discovery pack for $35. It came with a 50 milliliter bottle of their 12-year and a 50 milliliter bottle of their 18-year as well. We already reviewed the 12-year, but we still got that 18-year to drink and review. We have reviewed this on Wild Card Wednesday with Town Smell 75. So we have drank this already, of course, as you can tell. So yeah, I gave it some time to open up. I was going to do a second review or another review, but put it on my channel. So we are going to use the same 6 categories that we did for the 12-year. Aesthetics with 10 points, nose 20 points, flavor 20 points, mouthfeel 20 points, finish 20 points, and then value 10 points, all equaling 100 points. So we have already give this whiskey a score, but like I said, I want to give it some time to open up. Maybe change my mind in some certain categories. Maybe we'll go up or down. Yeah. So first we'll talk about the aesthetics. I will say, cool looking bottle. Definitely a nice looking bottle. Gives you that 15-year age statement right on front of the label there. It's 40% alcohol by volume or 80 proof. It says special reserve blend. We sourced the smoothest, most characterful Scotch malts and grains, aged not less than 15 years for a whiskey of great character. It tells you it's 750 milliliter bottle. Double aged for extra smoothness. Product of Scotland. Let's pour it up. Like the cork. Does have a real cork. And yeah, when you see this in store, $35 for a 15-year whiskey. So it is a blended Scotch though, so it is a blend of at least 2 or more single malt whiskeys. So it does pour a golden kind of honey color in appearance. Some decent alcohol legs. Looks like it's going to have a nice viscosity to it. As far as the aesthetics, I think we're going to stick with that 7 that we gave on Wild Card. I just think it should be a little bit darker for being 15 years. My guess is that the color to the whiskey didn't have much of an effect from the barrels. But yeah, it's got, I would say it's a nice looking color, but as far as 15, just a little bit lighter than I would think. So I'm going to stick with that 7 out of 10. Nose. It's very tamed. I'm getting little to no ethanol alcohol. I am getting that green apple once again. Some honey sweetness, vanilla. Good combination of like honey, vanilla, some citrusy fruits. A little bit of that smokiness is coming through. A little floral. For the most part, it's very laid back. Good amount of sweetness. Yeah, lots of honey. Like I said, fruits. So there's like a little bit of like an orange peel combined with like green apple and some floral, earthy tones. Let's dive in and try it out. Cheers. Very clean on the palate once again. 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. A little bit of that heat building up in the chest. Let me get myself a sip of water here. So I think we'll just drink it, go through it, and then we'll go over the numbers. With the water, it's very nice. That green apple note stands out again. Honey's there. Honey, vanilla, caramel. A little bit of a smoky, somewhat dry floral finish. A little bit of like a peppery spice on the back end combined with a little bit of some oak astringency. Pretty good. It is a solid whiskey, I will say. It's not extremely rich though. I just kind of wish it was like maybe like a little bit higher ABV, maybe like 45%. I think you would get a little bit more flavor out of it. But as far as something that's $35, I mean, yeah, you're getting some good flavor notes. It's a good introduction to Scotch. Of course, blended Scotch and single malts tend to be a little bit different in flavor. They also tend to be very similar in flavor. But as far as this being a 15-year, I think it's got some solid flavor for it. I think the next time around, I'm noticing a little bit more of that smoky flavor is coming through. At first, I think I was getting a lot of like the honey and the fruit. But I think a little bit more of that background, so like a little bit more of the background flavors are becoming a little bit more prominent. I'm getting a little bit more of the finish. The honey isn't as distinct, I think, as it was when I initially had the product. Of course, I do think it did mellow out a little bit. I'm not getting as much of the ethanol as I was getting with my initial review. It's a crushable, drinkable Scotch. 40%. I could see it working well in cocktails too, because it's not too punchy in flavor, and I can see the flavor notes that it does have having some good impact in a cocktail. Nose. So I originally gave this a 13. I am getting a little bit more of the smokiness. I think I'm starting to like it a little bit more. I'm going to go up on the nose. I'm going to go to 14. Getting a little bit less of that ethanol, a little bit more of a complexity after the bottle starts to open up. The flavor, this is a drinkable, crushable Scotch. I do just kind of wish it was a little bit richer. I believe I gave it a 15 first time around. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that might be a little too high. I think I'm gonna go to a 14. Yeah, I just kind of wish it had a little bit more of a richer flavor. I think where this is getting better is the finish, but then the initial flavor itself is not lacking, but it definitely was a little bit more tamed. It's not as prominent from when I first tried this. Mouthfeel, we gave it an 11. I feel like the mouthfeel has gotten a little bit better though, so I'm going to go up to a 12. It is 40%. I do kind of wish it was higher in the proof, considering why I only gave it a little bit higher than average. But I feel like I'm enjoying the mouthfeel. I think it's very drinkable. This is a whiskey that you could definitely go through pretty quick. The finish is definitely approved. I gave it a 14 out of 20 the first time I had this. I think I'm going to go up to a 15. I am getting a little bit more of the oak, and I'm getting a little bit more of that slight char, slight smoky flavor. Finish is very nice. I'm going to go put that at a 15. Value, I gave it an 8 out of 10. I think I'm going to stick to that 8 out of 10. my my thoughts as far as value are going to probably stay the same. Definitely worth your money. 8 out of 10 for sure. You get for $35. Specifically, this packaging is really what I'm kind of basing my value off of. So maybe if I just bought a bottle like this on its own, maybe it would change maybe a little bit. I don't think by much though. Overall, I think even just as far as this, $35 for a 15-year blended Scotch. So you gotta remember, it is a blended Scotch. It's not just a regular single malt, which of course is gonna cost you more for a 15. This is a blend, typically cheaper, but $35 for this product I think would be a great price. And then now you throw in this into the mix, where you get to try the 12-year and the 18 as well. Yeah, total value for your money. If you're somebody who's new into Scotch, this is an awesome package, discovery pack. You discover the world of blended Scotch whiskey. I know some people tend to knock blended Scotch whiskey, but yeah, just give it a shot. I mean, if you never tried it, you're not going to know if you don't like it if you don't at least try it. And for $35, definitely not a bad price. This 18-year, I believe, a 750 goes for like $60. So a nip of this for free is pretty cool to try, rather than, you know, just dumping $60 on a bottle and possibly not being really interested in it. So this gives you a great chance to try that before you buy yourself a bottle. Yeah, so let's tally this up. I don't think I have my phone, but I should be able to do this. 21, 35, 47, 62. I think we're looking at a 68 again, where we initially scored it in the first place. Let me just do my math one more time. Excuse me. 21, 35, 47, no, I think we're at 70. I think we're at a 70. I think we went up. 70 out of 100. Yeah. 7, 14, 21, 35, 47. Yeah. So we went up 2 points. So initially I gave it a 68 out of 100. Now I'm going to give it a 70 out of 100. I do feel like it did get better as it opened up. And yeah, that's awesome when you can kind of enjoy a product the next time around, and maybe some flavor notes that you really didn't get the first time, you get the second time around, and it really improves the flavor. That's kind of what happened with this. I got a little bit more of that. Well, actually, I didn't really even notice much of it the first time around, but that smoky component really bumped up the flavor for me personally with this. It's not super smoky. It's nothing like a Lafroig or Ardbeg, but there is a nice smoky flavor with this Scotch that blends very well with the other flavors. Definitely more honey, caramels, and more vibrant fruits on the palate than your typical kind of like earthy, vegetal, floral, smoky char whiskey that you get with, like I said, like the Lafroigs or like the Ardbegs. But this one is more of a whiskey for your novice whiskey drinker, somebody just getting into it. Subtle hints of those flavors might be very enjoyable. You might not enjoy it, but this is a good way to try out and to see if you like something like that, like a Lafroig or an Ardbeg. But yeah, 70 out of 100, totally going to recommend. If you guys want to see more whiskey examinations, definitely let me know. And yeah, stay tuned. We're going to have the Dewar's 18-year filmed, recorded sometime this week as well, so look out for that. So yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more upcoming videos of Liquor Beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers!